I have such a clear idea of what it is that I love, of what vibe it is that I would love to bring into the space. Problem is, we're here for 2 years and then we're moving. Because there are several things that are actually making me straight up angry these days. I feel like we're in major drama with our last landlady. Ooh, oh, this thing is so heavy. I definitely want a get ready with me nook in here that works well with content, but also just works well in person. I think you should be very honest with me right now. Good evening. Welcome to another video of me just not knowing what it is that I'm doing. At least that's the feeling that I'm sitting with right now, because we ended off last video with me removing the rug and putting down our new rug. And for you it's been a week, for me it's been 24 hours, and I've already decided I hate it. I hate it. This is just not at all the vibe that was on my mood board. I have a hard time deciding if it's not a vibe because I just straight up don't like the style, or because it is so unfinished in this room that like I even have a hard time envisioning the finished product. It's hard to say. I do have such a clear vision with our living room. No, I do. I have such a clear vision of what it is that I like. And I think that this rug would theoretically fit into that, but I'm still deciding. The thing is with this rug is, this is an IKEA rug. Okay, you're bringing the Holy Bible. The thing is, I have such a clear idea of what it is that I love, of what vibe it is that I would love to bring into the space. And I have a clear like favorite rugs. Like I have rugs that I absolutely adore and would love to buy. The problem is it's from Nordic Nuts. And if you're an interior enthusiast like me, you know exactly what that means. But if you don't, it means that it's going to ruin you. You buy those things and it's like, I think it's the size that I want, which is 4 by 3 meters. The size that I want is like 4,000 euros for a freaking rug. And I get it, it's like a rug for your life, but the problem is we're here for 2 years and then we're moving. And do I want to then invest in that rug, but then also commit to the idea that I need to get a big container and ship off our stuff to Denmark as well? That stuff is also expensive. So it's not just like a 4,000 euro commitment, it's also a commitment to then know that I'm gonna have to pay extra for a freaking container in 2 years when we're moving to Denmark. I don't know, guys. You just can't get the same quality here in Korea for a lot of items, and I still want the same feel. And I don't want to invest, you know, like crazy, so. Abba. 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 The original thought was to like put all these wooden tiles out here that you get from IKEA. These ones, right? But honestly, it just, the size fits odd with here. There would be like an odd gap and such. So I feel like we'll just keep the tiles tidy out here, sweep and such, and then we'll have these outdoors rugs. I feel like that will... Thank you for helping, Noah. That would make it like equally cozy and equally feeling like you can just go out with your socks, you know? Okay, this will do for now. Wow, I think it's our lucky day. This is not something that needs to be built, thankfully. Wait, oh, okay. Noah's so excited. I am too. Just setting this up makes me realize for how long that I've actually had this dream to have this private outdoor space. You know, I grew up with a garden, which I'm so grateful for, especially like in retrospect as an adult, because just being able to go outside in your own private space is just such a privilege. I've been not wanting to do that deliberately for how many weeks have we been here now? We've been here for a bit over 2 weeks. I just feel like if you get rid of the mess, you won't be as likely to like organize it. But then the problem is with this, I cannot get to organizing it before I feel like I have like some sort of base, and then I can take care of it. At least I'm telling myself that, but we're having guests over, so basically I just want things to look at least presentable. So let's see what we can do here with my office to make it look like a room where a human is using it, you know? Actually, all of that is flea market stuff. I feel like I really need to get to planning that just because I want to do it. It sounds really fun, and then also I would just love to pack these things away. This thing I've been wanting to hang up, I think for like, maybe have we had it for like a year and a half or so, but it just, the other place was just ended up being too beige for it, so I've been saving it for the perfect opportunity to hang it up, and I think here in my office it's just gonna look so good. So eventually this will hang in here. For now though, I think she can be packed away again. Alright, you know what? I need a coffee first. Let's just make a coffee because I'm in a bad mood. I think I need to take a chill pill because there are several things that are actually making me straight up angry these days. First up, let me get you in on some drama because I feel like we're in major drama with our last landlady, the lady who owned our previous apartment. Since we moved in, it's just been a bit weird. You know, once she showed up randomly out in the middle of nowhere to our apartment. I didn't remember how she looked because it was like maybe a year after we met her. So she showed up and Noah was taking a nap, and I opened the door and I was like, "안녕하세요." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm the owner of this house. I'm just gonna come in and check something." And she didn't even wait for me to say that it was okay or like ask if it was a good time. She just walked straight past me and into the apartment. Contractually, I'm the one who lives here now and she has no right to just walk in, right? Of course I would have invited her in and talked to her and let her do what she needed to do. But just the fact that she didn't even like send a warning, she just walked in right past me like, you know, like she owns the damn place. I know she does own the damn place, but that's not the point. I don't know, can you follow me on this? Am I being crazy? Anyways, that was just a small thing, so I was like brushing it. I have, you know, several videos here when we moved into that place complaining about the absolute disgusting smell that was in that house. I ended up finding out that there was one weird like garlicky black pepper smell coming from the kitchen area that was just like really in bad shape. For example, like the cooking stove top was really old, so we eventually changed that out, right? And the suction thing was also just like absolutely disgusting. It also didn't work properly and everything, but anyways. But then also from the bathroom there were like really moldy smell for a long time. We ended up for 2 years straight having the fan running, just like running 24/7, because if we didn't do that it would smell like mold out there. Now that we moved out, she has sent like a long list of damages to the house that she wants us to pay for, right? First of all, like 80% of those photos, those damages existed when we moved in. I have completely learned from a mistake, which is to not document literally every single thing that was wrong with the place. I'm so stressed, guys. She's making us pay for a new bathtub, even though we weren't the ones breaking it. It literally stank like mold when we moved in there. She found a little tiny crack, like maybe 2 centimeters long crack by the drain. She says water is going in there. That's never something I have thought to be where water came in from, but I knew there was a little tiny crack in it. She's making us pay like 500 bucks for a new bathtub. And fair enough, we have no proof it's not us who did it. But honestly, that's just really annoying. And it's just the way that she's communicating with us. It sounds like she's out on a witch hunt. There's several of the things that I could prove was not us. For example, like I have video footage of, like, for example, there's a little like shelf hanging in the bathroom that was hung on tiles. Of course, we didn't document that that shelf was there because it looks like something that's a part of the house when we moved in, right? But now she removed that thing, which has been up for several years, even before we moved in, and there was some damage to the tile. And then she's like, you gotta pay for it. Why the hell do we gotta pay for something that was already there in the house? Thank God it's Jake that's communicating with her, because I would not be as nice as he is. And I think that's why it's better that he's communicating with her, because we would come nowhere if it was me who took control of that. I think like when things are unfair, I'm a lot more childish in my like reaction than Jake. He's also 9 years older than me, so maybe that makes sense. I'm like rambling on too much about things that I'm annoyed about, but I feel like I need to get it out of my system, and you are now the victims of that, so sorry about that. That's just life. I need to get over it, and I actually feel like I got a lot of this energy out of my system from just sitting here and complaining to you guys, so thank you for being the victims of that. Now, should we roll out this rug? Because we've been here for 2.5 weeks and I still don't have an office that I feel like is comfortable to be in, so let's do that. Am I being a bit of a bitch? Am I? I think you should be very honest with me right now. Because honestly, I get it like from a landlady's point of view, like you look at that and of course it's your place, you want to fix the things that are wrong with your house, but also like, girl, why did you not fix the things that were wrong with the house before we moved in? Like why are we different from your new owners, you know what I mean? And I can't complain because there's nothing we can do, because it's my fault for not taking any photos of the damn freaking damages. So maybe I'm just a bitch. Oh, beautiful. I miss this rug. This was like my vision from the beginning, that the table was against this wall here. I just don't want to block any of the view with my laptop, you know what I mean? And I feel like this is such a gorgeous space, like over here, for like a get ready with me section, like something that is just my beauty corner. Ah, it's gonna be so cute. I got this little tea table for the floor. The idea is that it's for the part of the terrace that's in front of my office. We've got another of the outdoor rugs, and after we've cleared the terrace and sweep the floor, I'm gonna put it out, and then this table, and then those 2 cushions, and then I have my little outdoor meditation, tea drinking, cursive writing, healing space. I'm so excited for that. Let's build the table. My vision with this bedroom is quite simple, I think. I have already ordered a bed like weeks ago, but apparently it takes like 5 to 6 weeks for it to come. So I think it's gonna come next week, hopefully. It's very Japan-y styled, like a low wooden bed. If you noticed, and I forgot if I actually mentioned it, but we actually sold our family bed. We loved it. We loved it. But honestly, it was not very good quality. And it was just too big. Like 2 times super single bed is just fitting perfectly with what we need. It has enough space for all 3 of us. But back to the vibe of this room, I'm actually really loving how it looks with these white modules in the background here. I think we're gonna keep that there. Need to hang up some more artworks. We put in the big rug in here, which I also think looks really nice. And I think I want to keep it quite simple. I want to have a hanging lamp, and then I want some side tables next to the bed, probably only over in the other corner because there's not that much space right here. So here I think I'll just leave it like that, and then we want maybe like a dark wooden corner, something over there. Since I became a mom, I've really focused on going more, you know, non-toxic, and so I've gotten these 100% cotton sheets from IKEA. We have bed sheets, then we have the mattress protection. This is also 100% cotton. If you are sleeping in clothing or on sheets that's anything non-natural fibers, you know, polyester, which is basically just plastic, let this be your sign to look into trying to change that out. Our old sheet is some sort of polyester blend, and this might sound incredibly woo-woo, but I feel like it lowers my frequency. I also really do not recommend getting like waterproof mats because, again, that means that there is like complete blockage of airflow as well, and it's just not good to lay on. I would rather risk it and then have to really do a deep clean if there is an accident. Noah's sitting over in the dirt. All the way over there, playing with sand. It's so warm today. It's 19 degrees, and I swear, it feels like summer is here. I mean, I know it might sound ridiculous to you, but 19 degrees is summer to me. I made a big internet purchase yesterday for some more furniture, specifically focused on some for Noah's room and then Jake's office. I still have not figured out my office very well. I think I need to allow it to take some time, but we have Jake's plan. I'll share that a little bit later when we're at home. So I thought it was nice to get out here in the sun and just have a little relaxing morning and then get to building. Hvad laver du, skat? Hvad laver du? Kom, så går vi på musikken. Boing, slår du hovedet? Okay. Politibil. I'm getting ready for a dinner, and I swear it's been taking me an hour to figure out what to wear. I am usually a little bit less indecisive than that, but I swear it's because I have to run back and forth between here and Jake's office just to see myself in a full body mirror. So I think this means, wow, it's a lot of sun today. We need to get the mirror and bring it in here. I need a mirror in here. Here it is. This was already just like a temporary space that it was positioned. It's not supposed to be there. But now that we're in Jake's office, let's talk about the vision for this room, because damn, it is a work in progress trying to figure out a direction with a man who has 500 different visions, but he is incapable of actually physically envisioning anything. Do you know those people who can't see what they are envisioning? Jake is one of those. And it's really hard to make one of those satisfied because they honestly don't really know what they want themselves. We've already put down this rug right here that we got in IKEA. For what I've gathered or figured from what he's telling me is that he would love something that feels like a man cave, but gives off that like vintage 대표님, like CEO vibes. And then he wants a place to store his toys. And I'm like, but my sweet love, I love you very much, but if you are gonna store your toys up on your shelves, then you won't get that vintage 대표님 vibes. You know, you just have to compromise on that one. But again, the man can't visualize anything, so he'll just see how it looks when I'm done, and then we'll tweak things around after that. So far, what I have gotten him is this gorgeous dark desk. Then I've also gotten these shelves. I tried to match the ones on the inspiration photos best, and I think these come up the closest in Korea for like a decent price. Other than that, I'm going to hang up some artwork in here and see if I can fit like a lounge chair or something here maybe. That is one of Jake's biggest dreams and wishes for this room, but he is convinced there is not space for it, so I am convinced to try to prove him wrong. Okay, let's move the mirror. Ooh. Oh, this thing is so heavy. I don't know. I know everyone tells you not to put a mirror in your bedroom. We've always had a mirror in our bedroom, and we're still here. We're not in a different portal, and I haven't noticed any demons crawling in, so far so good. We definitely need a mirror in here. I've also found this really gorgeous rug on Etsy, which always makes you a little bit nervous. Like, is it actually just a dropshipper? But I saw some people review it on Instagram, and then I seen the review photos, and I think it seems legit. And then it's a really good price for the size and the quality, so I think I might actually go ahead and risk it. And I'm saying risk it, I think I trust the seller, but I say risk it because of customs. I don't know if I'm gonna have to end up paying double for like customs fee tax. I don't know, I hope not. But what do you think about this? Then the vibe is this like dark rug, and then we have some medium toned wood up against the wall under the TV perhaps, and then we hang up all of my artworks, and you know, just bringing in color with all of the decorations and the artworks. I think that could look really nice. Then we have my office. The only thing that I think I have like figured out fully is the wall behind the computer. I've gotten this gorgeous linen, like it's actually magnetic, but there's a linen sheet over board where I can hang things up, and I think that looks really elegant surrounded by like maybe frames and artwork, just like in this inspo photo. And then I got some like magnets for it. Korea has the coolest things. I just love this glass stone effect. I definitely want a get ready with me nook in here that works well with content, but also just works well in person. So if you have any advice for that, let me know. Okay, the last little inspo thing that I wanted to let you know is Noah's room. I have no like inspiration for this. I'm just choosing everything that I love. I also hung up some of his old artwork. I definitely want more from here. Maybe I'll paint it myself. The corner here where the wine fridge were before, I've gotten this round, like the thing that you can turn around bookcase, and I'm so excited for that to come. And I've gotten Noah a proper bed because he's older now. I think it works very well with that. Let's try and see if we can put that together. So cute!